Chief of Staff Proctor.
Present.
Treasurer Clemag, he's excused. Graphic Designer Williams.
Here.
Web Administrator Gomez.
Present.
Chairperson Takudubiapu.
Present.
Chairperson Huang.
Present.
Chairperson Georgia.
Present.
Chairperson Abdulsami. Chairperson Nair.
Present.
Campus Safety Commissioner Patel.
Present.
Representative Khatri.
Present.
Representative Devikanan.
Present.
Representative Cannon.
Present.
Representative Jom. Representative Madhukalam.
Present.
Representative Cabalas.
Here.
Representative Jimma. Representative Fonseca. Representative Fabamek. Representative Shukla. Representative Rothenbaum.
Present.
Representative Basta.
Present.
Representative Shavde.
Present.
Representative Whitehair.
Present. I'll show you right now.
Representative Barazadan. She's excused. Representative Shaheen, she was excused. Representative Koleva.
Present.
Representative Bilhindu, she's excused. Representative Salem.
Present.
Representative Diallo.
Present.
Representative Brown.
Present.
Representative Shafi.
Present.
Representative Sawas.
Present.
Representative Labaka. Representative Fatima, she is excused. Representative Kwan.
Present.
Representative Paredchuk. Representative Patel.
Present.
Thank you. The next order of business is reading and approval of the minutes. Please take this time to read over the minutes, and they were just sent in the email chain. Does anyone have any corrections to the minutes? If not, the minutes will stand as approved. The next order of business is reading and approval of the agenda. Please take this time to read over the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? If not, the agenda will stand as approved. The next order of business is public comment. Is there any public comment? All right, we have one public comment. So our guest has 3 minutes to present, and at 1 minute left, I'll raise my hand just to notify that.
Noted. And for myself, just to remind myself right now, if you will indulge me for a moment, I have something I want to kind of offer some words of thoughts, some little interesting notes I kind of want to make clear. Before I get started, I want to talk about how a while back I left my contact information here for the group, for people to kind of take an opportunity time to reach out, ask questions, share stories, maybe perhaps share some perspective a little bit, and look for a little bit of my 2 cents to kind of think about what past perspective might look like and how it might contribute to today's thoughts. To my unsurprise, no one took the opportunity. I was somehow expected, but I want to take it, and part of bringing that up kind of leads to this discussion here. I ask you all to think about a little bit about what it is that brought you to be here in this table here, taking space, being a representative, taking leadership in a role. Think about what the purpose was behind your actions, intentions of being here in the group. And ask yourself this one question here. Do you feel like you've been living up so far to your expectations? Do you feel like you've been living up to the expectations for the role of the group? I don't expect an answer from anybody here, but I do ask you guys to think about that for a second. And the reason why I want to bring this up a little bit here is because I like to ask you all to think about how it is you plan on being the same person with the same energy that brought you here. How do you carry yourselves moving forward? Whether it's being a part of this group the next time around, or whether it's making choices, actions that might reflect on your ability, capacity to support spaces wherever it is that you go. I encourage you to think about this because I feel like it's important, and I feel like it's something that's worth reminding yourselves about the potential that each and every one of you have in this space. And I encourage you to think about this because, everyone here has potential to be a lot more than what you are or what you feel like you are. And I would hope that this message kind of carries you forward as you're finishing up the semester here, moving forward to the next school year, and also moving forward to where you go and graduate from. Now, in case I didn't have the time to say this in the last meeting, I would hope you guys take some time to reflect on that and really think about it. Exactly what more can you say you can do for yourself to grow, to learn, to be a more active participant in the spaces that you are in. Every single one of you has the opportunity to advocate, validate, support the people that not only you represent culturally speaking, but representing the people that you're supporting, advocating for in the spaces such as UIC, for instance. So I would hope that if anyone is interested in sharing an answer, I encourage you to at least reach out, because I would love to hear perspectives on it and kind of maybe challenge you on those perspectives. On that note, thank you for your time, and I hope I look forward to seeing how everyone does in the upcoming next few weeks as you guys are wrapping up the semester. I wish you all good luck on your futures, and I wish you all good luck in the next school year. So thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming in today. If there is no other public comment, we will move on to the next order of business, which is ex officio reports. May we please have the report of the advisor?
All right. For those who ran in the USG elections last week, thank you for running. As of right now, the results are unofficial. They should be official by the end of this week. And then the second and final thing is your tumblers arrived, so you should be getting them next week.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the advisor's report? If not, the report of the advisor will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the student trustee?
Yes, absolutely. Wrapping it up here, folks. Let's finish strong. Today was Chair Chats with the Chancellor, and I just want to say, thank you again to everybody who participated in helping us promote this event. The turnout was pretty fantastic, right, Asabella? Wouldn't you say? I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So it was nice seeing that room full and also hearing the wisdom from Coach K. He really has some good things to say. So if you have a moment, rewatch that recording because it's good stuff to know. So the only other thing that I really want to report on today is I'm planning to have a food truck day similar to the ones that you all have had in the past. On April 29th, it's a Tuesday, from I think 1 o'clock to 3:30. There's going to be a taco truck giving out 300 servings of tacos, so 300 people will be able to be served. And then a donut, or I think it's a cupcake truck with 200 cupcakes. So let's make a grand finale out of this event, April 29th once again, so this will be the last week. And I really need your guys' help with this event. In the past, we've had like a table set up where we do a little ticket system. People follow the USG Instagram account. I think this is a really good way to close out the semester, get USG Instagram account a little bit more engagement right before the end. But also, let's have some fun with it. Let's bring some yard games, let's bring the bags, and we've done this before as like a spring semester celebration. Let's do that again. Let's have some fun. That's all for me today.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for the student trustee's report? If not, the report of the student trustee will be filed. The next order of business is officer reports. May we please have the report of the president?
Yes, hello everyone. Happy, I'm not sure if it is week 13 or 14. 13, okay. But happy second to last GBM. In the past week, I've attended the Department of Biology Awards, and then congrats to Representatives Whitehair and Kaleva for their respective awards. Incredible work. But future things, I'm paneling for the psychology department tomorrow, as well as attending the awards then. We have a couple of USG events this week. At least want to make sure you guys all attend the town hall and the sports social. And then, of course, Chair Chats was today. It was incredible getting to hear Coach K talk and give his wisdom. Also, I sent an email, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, it was over the weekend, for the gala, so make sure you RSVP because that closes tomorrow at midnight. Student org invites are being sent Wednesday morning. So any unclaimed seats that you guys don't claim are forfeited to allow more student org leaders to attend. And then you guys are just added to a wait list if you miss your seat, so please make sure you do so immediately. And then RSVP for those student leaders will close around April 22nd or 23rd. And then plus ones might open right after that. So I know a lot of you guys had questions about bringing the plus one. We're still figuring it out. But just a final thought, next week is our last GBM. Please dress up professional, just like you guys did for last week's GBM. It would be greatly appreciated. If you could add a touch of red in some way, shape, or form. We are taking group photos and a couple other things you guys are getting. If you're graduating, you get your stole and cord. I think there's a cord as well. So just want to make sure that you guys are all ready for that. And that is all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions for the president's report? If not, the report of the president will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the vice president?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Happy GBM 11. And we are halfway through the USG Spirit Month. By far, all the energy and events we did, I think, was amazing, and the feedbacks were really good from the student orgs and student body. So I just want to mention that. Last week, I attended the SAC monthly meeting, so the athlete representatives were there too. We built connection with USG, the student athletes. I delivered a speech on USG sport for USC Flames, which I was super excited because I love athletics, as you know, I always mention. But I want to especially thank for Director Trish, their president Luke and Quinn. They did a lot for us all year. So yeah, I attended the finance reception. I also want to talk about that a little bit. Quinn is a big part of that. But finance reception is a big event that UIC Business supports, so every year they do. It was very pleasure to contact with business school faculty and business student organizations. Also, I think a very important part, the UIC alumni. I was able to talk with some of them and, the connection with the UIC, some brainstorming that how we can do better. So I'll talk a bit more on the USG Spirit Month initiatives or what did I offer as help. So I earned some music and DJ participation for some events. The first one is the Victoria's event on Wednesday, which is coming up. Be sure you are going. I think it will be really fun. I'm sure she can get more information on that. So I met with the director, Abdul, to discuss cultural fair. It's next week. So we are going to talk more next week on Monday, but please try to be free on that day. It's such a great day to see more cultures on campus. And the orgs are coming and they also will talk more about that. But another one was the tabling events are coming up with Ashley and PAC committee. I'll be sent the USG Gala invitations on Wednesday, as Aslan mentioned. So please be sure you did today, because after Wednesday it's going to be harder since the spot's going to fill up faster. I engaged with some student organizations lately about their needs and everything. We also are currently talking with Ellen CSI Director Ellen to do the RSO event more based on registration, but we are trying to understand the date. It might be the last week before finals. I hope we can make it that too, but the more announcements are coming up. And the Coach K event, Quinn was part of the panelists, so he's awesome. I just want to mention you to give credit. But thank you so much. The volunteering sheets might come up this week or next Monday for the events, also the Queen's event. So please look out that and try to be volunteer as much as you can to finish this month strong. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for the Vice President's report? If not, the report of the Vice President will be filed. Next, can we have someone read the report of the Treasurer?
I will. Happy Spring GBM 11. We finished planning out USG events for the end of the semester and adjusting payments where needed, completed final RFFs and catering orders, and the funding deadline has been passed and no more money can be spent. He worked with myself and the commuter and off-campus life center to begin finalizing our meeting room order for the commuter center, where he's currently undergoing the budget audit to make sure there's a full breakdown for the last GGM next week. Is currently planning the dental health giveaway that is this Thursday at SCE. Met with Deputy Akshat to discuss treasury over the past year, and is compiling transition docs for the next treasurer. If you have any questions, feel free to email him.
All right. If anyone has any questions for the treasurer, feel free to email him. With that, the report of the treasurer will be filed. Next, we have the report of the speaker. Happy GBM 11. 12, guys. Or 11. Never mind. It is week 13. We have just one more GBM left. I made a mistake. And then we have our semester social right after the gala. For this week, once again, make sure to notify Saida and I by Tuesday at midnight if you're unable to attend and have an excused absence for the mental health town hall, so we can excuse you from that. Other than that, just planning the social. We'll be sending out a spreadsheet sometime probably next week at the next GBM for the potluck for the second semester social. Other than that, does anyone have any questions for me? All right. If not, the report of the speaker will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Chief of Staff?
Hi everybody. You can read about my check-ins there. The main thing that I've been last week I also attended the finance reception. It was wonderful. If any of you all were there, it was so much fun. It was networking with a lot of people. The main thing that I've been working on is the mental health town hall. So again, Montesquieu just mentioned it, that it's happening this Wednesday from 1 to 3 in the Cardinal Room. The same confirmed panelists that we had last week, but we also have State Senator Lakeisha Collins. She just accepted today, so she'll also be there. So please, I would appreciate if you guys are coming and don't have class, to come with one question. Like just one question that you want to ask about, whether that's at the state level or at UIC, to ask regarding mental health and mental health resources. Because these people are here for us to learn and to hear how we can contribute. So please, I would appreciate if you're coming to think of just one question to ask them. Other than that, if you have any questions, let me know, but I yield my time.
All right. Does anyone have any questions? Mo?
Are you able to attend later though?
Yeah. I'll be taking attendance during the first 30 minutes. So if you do come later, check in with one of the e-board members there or just message me. Yeah. All right. If there are no other questions, the report of the Chief of Staff will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Diversity and Inclusion Chair?
Happy GBM, everybody. So as for the main thing I'm working on is the Culture Fest. For that, I'm working out with Director Pranav to reach out with culture student orgs as well as the culture centers. And I met with Vice President Delay to go over the details of the event. And this week I have my bi-weekly check-in with Chief of Staff Teresa. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the Diversity and Inclusion Director? If not, the report of the DIC Chair will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Legislative Affairs Chair?
Happy GBM 11. As Montesquieu said, this semester is really flying by. I also went to the Coach K event today and had a different breakout session this morning with him. I met with the ERC last Wednesday, and I'm sure you guys all saw the group meet. That offer is open until April 23rd at night. So if you are wanting to talk to the state's representatives, House Appropriations Committee on Higher Education, please reach out. I listed all the districts. If you live with any of them or your family lives with any of them, you are eligible. You essentially would hop on a Zoom and just talk about your experience in the system and talk about why they should give us money, essentially. similar thing that the ERC is doing is called Conversations with Constituents. This one's a little bit less high stakes, and you essentially can just sit on a Zoom, you introduce yourself, you don't have to tell a story if you don't want to, you can just sit on there and listen to what other people have to say. If you feel compelled, you can also share your own story about the system and your thoughts on the positive thoughts on the system. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in either of those opportunities, please reach out. The ERC is really persistent. They really want us to have somebody from USG if we possibly can. So if you do reside in one of those districts and feel that you have a story, everyone's story is great, so don't feel like, oh, my story is not good enough. We all have our own, so just like if you feel like you want to do it, please reach out, and I can connect you with ERC. And then I also met with Chief of Staff Progre for a check-in meeting. Quinn, Asa, and I are going to a city council meeting this Wednesday morning, and we're going to meet with some of the aldermen and potentially the mayor. And then also going to the sports social event this Wednesday. And then we're still working on the Hunger Free Task Force with some of our administration. And then just some announcements. There's a baseball game this Friday at 6. There's a baseball game on Saturday at 2, and then Sunday at 1. And then women's soccer has a game on Saturday at 6:30. So if you guys are around and want to go watch some sports, do so. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for the Legislative Affairs Director? If not, the report of the Legislative Affairs Director will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Director of Public Affairs?
Hello, everyone. So this past week, me and graphic designer Stephanie have been finishing up all the posts for the USG Spring Send-Off calendar. If there's a few more events that we have not gotten information for, so make sure to fill out the graphic design form as soon as possible if you are hosting one of those two events. And then just upcoming things, we have the bowling alley event next week on Wednesday from 4:30 to 7:30 with free bowling for everyone. PAC will be tabling on Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30 in SCE to promote the upcoming events. And then we'll be having our mental health giveaway that was supposed to be last semester, but the stuff didn't arrive in time. So we're doing that on the 29th from 12 to 1 p.m. And then just like last thing, I think Jason, Arya, Trish, Delay, and Teresa were not given shirts last meeting. Am I missing anyone else? And I think everyone should have a quarter zip. Okay, perfect. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the Public Affairs Director? If not, the report of the Public Affairs Committee Chair will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Director of Student Success?
Yeah. So happy GBM 11. It's good to see y'all. It's some really nice weather outside. So nominations for the Faculty OER Leadership Award Program has closed. The OER subcommittee has been emailed, so they'll basically review the responses, and essentially they'll come back, and from there we'll kind of look at the top 5 contenders, and from there we'll make it down to a top 3. So that will happen in the next week or so. In regards to our Career Leadership Council Student Advisory Board, that last meeting was last Friday, April 11th at 3 p.m. So throughout this entire process, we've had 3 meetings this semester. So you guys might be wondering what was kind of the outcome of that student advisory board. Was it helpful? Was it not helpful? We had fluctuating students at each board. And I'm happy to kind of report to all of you guys that it was actually very beneficial. So the Career Leadership Council, the 4 kind of career center directors here on campus, and myself were able to really hear students and then understand the gaps in like where career services is doing really well and then where career services is not doing so well. And that really is in regards to the marketing aspects of how we market opportunities. But then we really saw some areas where there were particular weaknesses that we need to work towards eradicating. So thank you for your help and your assistance if you served on that advisory board as well. And in regards to the mental health town hall, as Manasvi and Teresa already discussed, it's up this Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see all of you guys there. Well, you guys are expected to be there, but State Senator Lakeisha Collins, Dr. Shanae Burgess-Carter, Dr. Raphael Forrestal Calvier, I think. And then Jim Poole, who is the NAMI Senior Director of Policy, are all going to be in attendance. So really do prepare your questions. If you have questions about these folks, do send us an email or just ask us, and we can always send you their names so that you can prepare questions for these folks as well that you might be interested in the realm of mental health. Now, the next thing, Study Palooza, it's scheduled for May 1st, so feel free to stop by the meeting, previous meetings. I met with Chief of Staff Pergery. Future meetings is I will be meeting with the Career Leadership Council one more time this semester. That meeting is currently being scheduled. And if you have any questions, let me know.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the Director of Student Success? If not, the report of the Student Success Committee Chair will be filed. Next, can we have the report of the Campus Life Director?
Hi everyone. So over last week, I worked on the cultural festival with Director Sami. I also continue coming to the Campus Safety Town Hall, and we have the official time, place, and work and everything. It will be on Tuesday, April 29th, from 5 to 6 p.m. in room 603 in SE, in room SE 603. We also have confirmed our panelists, and they will be Vice Chancellor Coronado, Chief Booker, and Dr. Ginsberg. And then the sports social event will be taking place this Wednesday on April 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. in UH Lawn. And I've also included the sign-up link in the report, so please do sign up. And then meeting-wise, I had my bi-weekly check-in with Steph Pergery, and I led our weekly CLC meeting. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the Campus Life Director? If not, the report of the Campus Life Committee Chair will be filed. Oh, wait. Well, that's okay. Next, we have the report of the Campus Safety Commissioner.
So yeah, as Director Pranav said, the Campus Safety Town Hall is going to be hosted on April 29th from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. in SE 603. And we have confirmed panelists and then Popstar Ham as well. We're working with the WLRC to finalize a date for the paneling event for SAM. There was some kind of confusion, so now we're trying to figure out a confirmed date and time. And we're shifting it from Zoom to in person. So I'll let you guys know of all the updates of that as soon as I get it. And then, yeah, if you have any other ideas or any questions or want to get involved in any of these events, please let me know. All the help possible is great. So yeah.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for the Campus Safety Commissioner? If not, the report of the Campus Life Committee will be filed. The next order of business is announcements. Are there any announcements? All right, there is one announcement, just a reminder that I want to make, that internal elections for treasurer and speaker will be taking place next week. So once again, if you have any questions about nominating yourself or nominating another person for a position, or perhaps taking up a position next year, feel free to ask me or Michael over the course of the next week prior to internal elections next Monday. All right. Are there any other announcements? If not, we will move on to the next order of business. The next order of business is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
There has been a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second? Second. All right. It has been moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All that oppose, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? The ayes have it. This meeting is now adjourned at 6:32 p.m.